And welcome to episode 3 of NuckolsDeep. We are 3 episodes in, and it is actually amazing. I am not mad. So what I see so far is that some people are actually enjoying it, and I am not mad. Most of the audience is on Spotify, but we have finally reached Apple Podcasts, which is pretty sweet. And we're attempting a video yet again. Like in the last 2, we talked about it, but there was no video. So now, hopefully this one works, and if it does, you can actually see us. So my returning guest host right now is T-Dog, which he is mainly the second host of this show. And yes, T-Dog, how do you feel on coming back?
I'm feeling good. It's been a good few weeks. Excited about this. There's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah,
a lot of stuff's gone on this past few weeks. Been exciting. A lot more content than we've done together.
Honestly, so we it's been a while. Honestly, we took a whole week off.
Yeah.
Just because we were just putting so much shit in our face. But a lot has happened, like you said, especially this weekend when we decided to make our own jungle juice, along with other exciting things that happened, like Kyle Schilling.
Kyle Schilling. Shout out Kyle Schilling, man.
He gave us
a huge shout. He gave us a huge shout out. Like, it's actually really amazing. So he has, I don't know if it's just like a gig place to where like he does shows and stuff, or like if he signed with them to where he does shows through them. But he had messaged me on Facebook. It's been a couple weeks, hasn't it?
It was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks
honestly.
ago. So they're on I think they're on like a 12-hour, 13-hour, or 9-hour.
9 hours. Yeah, it was
I think
around
it's 9 hours. It's 9-hour time difference. So he texted me. He's like, "Hey man, I have a show at 5 o'clock over there," and that meant it was 1 o'clock here, or something.
It was
like
around after midnight, and I got a phone call from you saying, "Hey, Kyle's going live here in a minute. Be sure to watch." I'm like, I don't even have the link.
Yeah, so I sent him the link. Pluto Entertainment, shout out. The live stream was amazing.
It really was.
They had a few guys go on before Kyle Schilling who actually were really dope.
Oh yeah,
like I enjoyed all of their music. Like, but Kyle came on and then he like started talking, and it was all. I mean, like you'll see, there's a video that Cooper screen recorded that we're gonna post.
It'll be on next week's video after this one. You'll be able to see it. I might show a little of Kyle's performance, to be honest.
Definitely. You should show a lot. I mean, it was actually really awesome. He performed like 5 or 6 songs like that. And the way they did it, it was on a Facebook Live. That's how we watched it.
Oh, yeah.
And so between each song, I guess he must have had a huge screen behind to where it was showing the live feed to where like he could read people's comments. And that's pretty cool because like I would comment on something like, "Hey man, like great job, like this is awesome," like, and then he would like shout our names out, and then like, but before he even like performed or anything, he came out and like shout out Frosty Boys, Tristan and Cooper. Like,
I actually lost my shit when I heard that, and then we were like one of the last ones he gave us a shout out to then jump into music made it more hype.
It was hype, yeah. It was awesome.
It was pretty nice because like. When I had his music in our last vlog, I went through damn near all of his songs because like they're all nice, but I needed a specific one.
Yeah.
And it was his recent one. I believe it was his recent one. It's the one on the top of his YouTube account.
I don't know if you know. Do you listen to just Kyle Schilling or are you listening to Blacks?
I don't know.
So he like Blacks is like. I don't know if it's just a persona, but like I'll have to show you after this.
Oh, is that a persona thing? Because I think it was that. It was the first song he performed, I think.
Yeah, so like Blacks is I don't know if really he like switched that name or if like
he has a different persona.
Yeah, so well I don't know if that's like his rapper name that he changed into because it was Kyle Schilling when I first started listening to him, but then I don't know if it's a group if there's other people that are in it. But, like, it goes by Blacks, like BLACX, I think it is. BLACKX.
Yeah, that changes a lot, to be honest, because that's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I like it a lot more now. But
there's just something about his voice. It's just,
it's so nice.
Yeah.
That one song that I used in the video is probably my favorite. and just watching him live changed it the way I looked at him. It's just one of those things to where it's like some artists, you listen to them until you watch them live, it changes everything.
I really hope he blows up too.
Honestly, he's too good to not blow up.
I get a bunch of YouTube notifications and stuff, and it popped up like Australia's Got Talent and stuff because I could watch some of that stuff.
Was he on there?
No, it wasn't him, but that would be sick if he was on it. I think he would do really well.
Honestly,
I mean, it sucks because like on those shows you don't see a bunch of rappers.
Yeah,
and if they do get on, they don't go far because they don't get the respect. But he writes all of his own stuff and is very talented and very creative.
It's honestly a huge shout out to him. I know we won't give you the biggest shout out compared to what you gave us, but
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. From one small channel to a much bigger channel. Yeah. No, that was a good start to the week.
Yeah, that got me hyped. Like I remember like going to bed after that and waking up the next morning. I was like, yeah, like I feel good. Like power through the day.
So that was the start of the week. Then we led towards the end of the week, which ended in complete annihilation of alcohol that kicked my ass. I don't know much about you because I kind of lost you.
I mean,
the night.
I had to work the next day, but I wasn't gonna stop from throwing one of the biggest parties that. It was the biggest party I've ever had at my apartment.
Yes, your apartment is no offense, but it's pretty small.
No, I mean, yeah.
But for one person, it's perfect.
Yeah,
but
two bedroom, bathroom, kitchen.
It's perfect.
Big living room.
But to have 30 people.
At one point, there was at least 30 people there.
To have 30 people in this tiny apartment is just a little too much, and I'm surprised we did not get a noise complaint.
Yeah, I have really cool neighbors. The only complaint they had all night was people were parking in parking spots they shouldn't be, so we had to move it. But there was no noise complaints. I even had one of my neighbors that we got in contact with the next day. Shout out him. He said that the only thing that was really loud for him was people going down the stairs all at once, which obviously you have 20 people going downstairs at once. It's
honestly,
be really loud, but other than that, like they didn't give us any noise complaints or anything. Like they were cool with it. Like it was awesome. Like shout out to them. Like that's awesome to have good neighbors. Like I got really lucky.
Honestly, because whenever I traveled and all that, we were in hotel rooms. It was rare, but most of the time we would always get a noise complaint, and the security guard would be knocking. But we would know it's a security guard until after. It would be after we yelled, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, the fuck you want? Or like, you better be the pizza boy. Open the door. It's security. They're not happy, and we're like,
Yeah, I had that a few times.
But no. So let's kind of backtrack before we got annihilated. So it was a whole week before we even recorded or made a video on the channel because we took a little break.
Which I mean, both of us have been busy with work.
Like, busy.
I haven't had a day off in 3 weeks almost.
You need one.
And
seems like.
I mean, it's just very, very like time consuming, and like you just don't want to do anything when you get get off work and stuff like that. Like waking up at 5:30 in the morning, not getting off till 4 or 5 o'clock at night, and then you're just.
I know what you mean.
It's just rough, but like I mean, it's life. I mean, we're still working at stuff to hopefully where we don't have to have a job like that, and to where like we grind on this enough to where
one of those to where because I always tell Kirsten this because she's always like, "Hey, I found this thing for sale. It's on sale," and I'm like, "We don't need it." She's like, "But we do." But it's one of those like you wait. And then something better will come, and it's about like that with work half the time. Whenever you like, so we both worked together.
Yeah.
Had a really good job. Stuff happened. We all had to separate. We got shitty jobs. Well, I'm not. Yours is probably not shitty. Yours is pretty good. Mine was a little.
It's very different.
Yes,
like,
it's
compared
so
to what
different.
we were doing,
and it's just one of those. You got to push through this in order to make it to the better.
it definitely made me realize to where you could be on a little bit of a high on an upward trend, and then shit just crashes down.
Boom.
I didn't know what I was gonna do like right after that happened, because nobody knew how long COVID was gonna last. That really messed up our plans. I mean,
it really did. Oh my god.
I went on unemployment. I took unemployment for 2 weeks, like
same, and I was
because
not
I didn't know how
complaining.
long. But I got fortunate enough to where
You found a job.
I knew somebody who could help me find a job, and it worked out. And I'm really enjoying this job so far. I've learned a lot of stuff that I hadn't known before, and on the agricultural side of the business. And like I've always been big into ag. Like I was a big FFA kid, like in high school. Like,
oh, there you go.
so it's been interesting. Learned a lot about tractors and stuff, and like spraying and chemicals and seed and that side of business and stuff like that.
That's pretty sweet, to be honest. That's why, like, so far, like, I'm so far on a break to where, sorry, my dog is confused and like, where's everybody? But nah, it's one of those to where I'm slowly getting back into work. I'm taking a break. I'm getting stuff done that needs to be done at home before I even find a better job. He is tired and ready for bed.
Yeah, he is.
For audio listeners, my dog literally just came downstairs and walked up to the T-Dog. T-Dog picked him up, and his eyes were shut. And he's ready for bed.
He's about to pass out right now.
So, yeah. So, back to the party. Me and T-Dog filmed a video that we haven't for a while. Oh, there he goes. We filmed the video, and it was making jungle juice. Now, for those of you who don't know what jungle juice is the devil.
How many times have you had jungle juice?
Twice, because
both times with me, right?
Yep, only with you.
Your first two parties.
First ever party, jungle juice messed me up. Second party, jungle juice really messed me up.
Yeah, I mean, so that's definitely a drink to where, like, if you're a beginner and you've never had, I mean, you could have alcohol, but like you've never had it in like mass consumptions.
Yes.
So I had taught him how to make jungle juice, and we did a little video of it. Link in the description.
Yes, that one's out right now. I mean, this is all the same channel, so you can just back out of here and go look at that.
I think that's definitely a good starter drink. I mean,
yeah,
it's not something you're gonna have all the time, but for a party, that's definitely a go-to drink to have at a young age. Just because you can make a lot of it for cheap. Like, we made 2 5-gallon pitchers of jungle juice. So
yes, for
that's
only
10 gallons of alcohol.
$30 each, maybe?
Yeah, $30 each.
It was not bad. And in the video, you could see what we made. And so T-Dog had a certain amount in his. The only thing different was the mixers and the alcohol. Actually, that's a whole lot of different. But
everything was different except for the triple second, the McCormick vodka, the cheap vodka that we use. Because I mean, when you're making jungle juice, you don't want to make it with expensive stuff because
no,
it's just gonna go to waste. And like to the party, like we started playing a bunch of drinking games.
What was that one that James's girlfriend
Emma? Shout out Emma.
She is the devil. She's the one who got me fucked up because of her game. What was that game?
What game was it?
The one where, okay, so say you have a cup and I have a cup. I have to bounce it in the ball in the cup. So we played this game, and there's 20 cups of shots of our jungle juice in the middle of this table, surrounded by 20.
And then you have one huge death cup in the middle. What? Okay, I'm really confused what that game is called. It's gonna make me mad. Just look it up real quick, and I'll talk about it.
Just text James or.
Yeah, I'll just look it up. We'll talk about it. Like,
I don't even know how to look it up, or like not how to, but like, anyway, you can just talk about it.
Okay, so anyway, like basically, you have a ping pong ball and you have a bunch of random cups filled with. We had jungle juice, and then you have a death cup in the middle, which is filled that we played cup pong, but
forget
Boom
the name.
Cup. It's called Boom Cup. Yeah,
Boom Cup.
Boom Cup
is the devil.
Yeah, so you have a bunch of cups lined up in the center of a table. You have everyone who's playing lined up around the table. And you have a ping pong ball. You're trying to bounce it in. And then If the person to your left is trying to get it in the cup and you're to the right and you make it before them, you can stack their cup, which means they have to put all their cups that they were trying to make to the person to the left of them, pick another cup out of the middle and drink it. And if it gets down to the last cup, which is the death cup, and then you get boom cupped, you have to finish that and you lose.
Guess who got the boom cup?
Oh, Cooper got the boom cup in the first game.
I shit talked the game once.
Was that the game too where I poured the vodka in it?
I don't know. It was my jungle juice.
No, it was your jungle juice. I don't know.
We played a few games. It was the second one because I watched, and then I eventually hopped in for the second one because someone else had the boom, and so we're playing it, and I only had to take one shot, and out of the 20 cups in the middle, I was like, this game fucking sucks. Then it came down to me and whoever was on my right, and he fucking boom cupped me, and I was never I almost threw up right there looking at it.
Yeah, it's a full red. It was a full red solo cup filled all the way to the top. So the other red solo cups maybe have this much in it, so it's just a little bit. So you're doing it a few shots of that, and you're drinking it, and you're passing it around. But I don't know if it was your game or not. I can't remember because we played 4 or 5 games of that.
It was after you probably put it in.
And I poured in the boom cup. They're like, man, it's getting boring. So I had to intensify it a little bit. I put a good probably 2 or 3 shots of vodka in it. James got it. James got that one. Shout out, James. Your girlfriend brought that game up, so it was destined for you to get that.
Honestly. So that happened.
Yeah.
So then about an hour after that, 30 people were in your apartment.
Which, okay, maybe that's my fault. Maybe it's not. But Logan, shout out Logan. We were celebrating his 21st birthday.
True.
Shout out Owen. We're celebrating his as well.
I got videos.
It was
of Owen.
they both turned 21 within a week, and I was like, we should throw a party for you guys. It's huge, with every COVID going on, and Illinois is kind of opening up. I live next to a bar in our town, and I was like, let's do something in my apartment first. Whoever wants to come, invite whoever.
It was one of those. You invited 5 people, and then they invited 6 people, then they invited 10.
Yeah, I probably invited 10 myself, of our friends, but I said bring whoever. I want it to be fun. And then at one point, 30 people showed up, which was good and all, but then my heat went out, or my air conditioning went out for some reason. That's why it was so hot.
That explains a lot.
I don't know if it just couldn't handle so many people in there. I had it cranked down to 45 degrees on cool with the fan on high, and it was 85 degrees in the apartment when I looked at it. I didn't know what to do. My bedroom and the guest bedroom were cool. That's why a bunch of people migrated in there.
Yeah, because I had the camera sitting in there because we made the video. And immediately everyone thought, oh, you got the casting couch.
Yeah, I had just bought so my old roommate had just moved out, and the apartment got remodeled. What do you think of the apartment?
I really like it.
I think it looks so much better with the white doors and the gray.
Yes, it looks so good that you'll probably see more videos over there. Yeah, eventually.
Definitely, I agree.
Because we've never shot a video at your house until it was redone.
Yeah,
and it was perfect. It looked nice. Go look at his walls. That's the only thing you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But so with the guest bedroom, I bought a futon, put it in there, and that was a nice hangout spot. Bought a new TV too, which that was nice.
So it was after that we went to the bar. Pretty much
the best bar you've ever been to. It's pretty.
I'm
pretty biased, but it's small town, hometown. Everyone gets together, has a good time.
Everyone has their one bar.
Yeah, that's
and
my bar.
That one is pretty good. We don't really have one in Paxton because all of ours shut down. Because
that's what I tell all my friends. You and I, I went to community college for a little bit. Then we got full-time jobs.
Yeah,
and so we never had the college experience. But when everybody comes over, we have that little bit of our college experience to where we get to walk to a bar and then walk back. It
was nice.
For me, it's cool.
I like it.
Other people are just what are you talking about? But I enjoy that a lot.
No, I got you there. But so it's about 4 hours in maybe, and I'm gone. I can't find. I pretty much was just done for the night. My girlfriend was like, "Come on, we gotta go," and I'm like, "No."
Did you start a tab at the bar?
I don't remember. I don't remember paying for my last drink.
Yeah, I remember setting a tab and then buying people shot after shot after shot and drinks.
That's
but
what,
that's
after,
how I am though. Like,
oh yeah, that's how
I'm not
I
saying
am
it's a
if
good
I'm
thing.
not too gone.
But I'm very generous and like, hey, like, you want a shot, don't you? Like, you want a drink, like, which yes, that's good. Like, I'm that type of person. But then at the end of the night, I get the bill. $88.
Oh, that ain't bad.
It's not bad, but like small town, if you're like buying just beers,
Yeah,
you don't think you've racked up that much.
Fair enough. So I think
When beers are $1.50, $2 a piece, that gets up to $80, and you're just like, where the hell did that go?
yeah. So and this is also in my defense. I haven't been out drinking like this in a while. So we left at around 1. I don't know how late you all stayed out, more or longer.
I don't know how long.
I'm surprised
I remember
you
not
woke up to go to work.
I remember going to bed around 3:30 a.m. and waking up at 5:30 a.m.
Oh my god!
I had to work the next day. I remember waking up. I was just like, "What am I doing with my life right now? I shouldn't have done this, but like, I should have done it. Like, I'm glad I did it. Like, that's memories we're gonna have. Like, it's awesome. We're young. Like, all of my friends had a great time, and I don't regret it. Because the next day, I woke up in the morning, showered, I drank some Pedialyte. Pedialyte is the best cure for hangover. Like,
fair enough.
That.
So for me going home, apparently this is from my girlfriend. On the way, I threw up twice.
Oh, like out the window? Like
I opened the door without like notice. I mean, I did once, but then the other, I just opened it.
How mad was she?
I think mad because I was not wearing my seatbelt and I could have just fucking tumbled out.
That'll get you.
Wear your seatbelt. We got home, and on my porch there's a balcony. Not a balcony, like there's a little ledge.
I know what you're talking about.
I leaned over and threw up there. Got in the house, and Kirsten's like, "Come on, let's go shower." She was starting to take care of me. Then she stopped after I said, "No, I gotta take a shit."
Oh.
And she's like, "All right." Walked downstairs and left me. So I walked to the guest bathroom, and after I remember kind of walking to it, I woke up on the floor. 4 hours later.
Yeah, I heard your dad talking about that the other day.
Yeah,
saying
so
you woke him up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, I got a shit. So it was just a nightmare. And I woke up. I finally took my shit, and I went and showered. Then went to bed, and woke up at 8. Hating life.
You know what the worst part about it was? Like, throwing parties and stuff is great. Like,
Cleaning
up. Oh, my goodness. So much jungle juice had to have got spilled in the kitchen because the next morning,
sticky.
the counters were stained red.
Oh, my God.
The white countertops were stained red, and I'm just like, oh.
Brand new.
I had to scrub all of that, and then I was wearing shoes in the morning, and I walk in there to open the fridge, and it's just sticky. My feet are sticking. So I had to Swiffer all of that. So many beer cans, which I won't say their names, but I have 2 friends who like to drink, and they hide beer cans.
Oh, no.
They hide beer cans and stuff, which I've found one that I'm pretty sure they hid, unless somebody just randomly put it there. But I went outside that next morning early, and he had put beer cans in the tree outside of my apartment. So I had to like reach up in the tree, try to get these beer cans out. And
Jesus Murphy.
He told me he hid a few, and I've only found one in the apartment that was hid. There's been a few other times that he's hid stuff, and I hadn't found it for a month or 2, but which is kind of funny, but like it scares me because like it could be there for a while.
Jesus Murphy. Luckily, so I've never really thrown a party here, which I don't think I ever really will.
Just bonfires.
Bonfires. That's about it. But no. So far, the parties I go with you is the worst.
It's on a different level.
The worst drunk, like, going home experience type of, like going home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the one to where you're at the party, you get pretty hammered. Then towards the end, you're gone. Like the one when I tried to start a 4-wheeler in the middle of the, what is it? A little shed?
Garage shed, whatever you want to call it.
Luck, if I was not too gone, I would have started it. Unless there was no key, which would explain, because I did everything I knew.
Yeah, there was no key in it
That
whatsoever.
explains all.
He was like, I don't know why it's not starting.
It's broke. But your parties is where I've been the worst. But I'm sure you have a decent story on, like, the one where you apparently woke up in the street.
Oh. Yeah, okay, so... when was that? This was underage drinking. Don't ever underage drink. I mean, everyone does that. Like, we know all of our parents did it. Like, it's gonna happen. It's small town. It's bound to happen. There's nothing else to do. Not saying I condone it, but like it happens.
Oh yeah.
So we were at a party at one of my buddy's house, and obviously I drank a lot of Busch lattes, and at that time, we were definitely like, this must have been like right after senior year. And that's when we were on our Fireball kick still, which I cannot drink Fireball to save the life of me anymore. But we had drank a little too much, and I don't know if it was somebody else's idea or if it was my idea, but I have video of it that we might show sometime. Of me walking out to the highway in the middle of the night. I black out because I didn't remember it until the next morning when I saw the video, and I was just like, "Yo, this is T Wade, blah blah blah. Follow me at blah blah blah." Just so like drunk, piss off, like piss drunk.
You're just gone. The video is actually.
I go out to the
amazing.
Highway, and I guess I laid in the highway, which is so fucked up.
I don't know where I'm at right now.
No, I don't know where I'm at. And then the next video that I remember is like, a car just went by me, so I'm gonna go. Peace. Like I'm just like that's I'm just so gone at the time, and that's probably the dumbest thing you could do. I could have died that night. Like
you could have
easily. But it's just like
but you didn't, which is amazing. But so this is our third attempt on this video, and for me to succeed, I apologize. But for the video portion, we're cutting it. 30-minute videos on the channel for now, until we figure out what the problem is. So this will cut any minute. If it does, sorry, but.
This is fun, though. We're going to have a lot more videos these. If you do get the video, I just want to say shout out Harambe.
Yes, Harambe is on Harambe. The desk.
He is with us now forever and always.
It's been 4 years.
I know, man.
It's sad. But no, hopefully y'all enjoyed this first episode of the podcast, Knuckles Deep, on the channel. We got the new flag, Bone Zone. We'll talk about that more on the audio only, which is actually where the rest of this podcast will be. The link to those will be in the description below. Podcast or podcast, Apple Podcast or Spotify. You decide. And yeah, hope we see you there. But until then, bye.
Stay frosty.
You decide if you ever